Good evening and welcome to Tyler Carlin Tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Donald J. Trump has taken the White House again. The unthinkable has happened. Not because it was impossible. No, this was inevitable. It's what happens when fear wins over courage, when lies defeat truth, and when apathy smothers the last embers of accountability. This is not a victory for democracy. It's a funeral procession. Now, before I continue, if you find yourself scrolling through YouTube, wondering why every corporate media outlet feels like a warm bowl of oatmeal, bland, predictable, and kind of depressing, well, guess what? This channel is the antidote. Independent media, unapologetic truths, and just the right amount of sarcasm to keep things spicy. Want real commentary without the corporate leash? Smash that subscribe button for me, alright? And let's show the algorithm who's boss. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers, and together we'll make it happen. Let's jump back right in. So how did we get here? How did we, as a nation, willingly hand over the keys to our republic to the man who tried to burn it all down? A man who stood at the helm of an insurrection, who tore at the very fabric of our institutions with the finesse of a butcher wielding a chainsaw, and yet somehow we said, yes, you should have another go at it. This isn't just a failure of a system, it's a damning indictment of the people who allowed this to happen. Us. Now, to my critics, let me say this. I'm not a demagogue. I'm a defender of democracy and free speech. But democracy, it has this tendency to become a mere transaction. You give me this, I give you that. I come begging for your subscription and vote, welfare checkbook out, crowning the welfare kings and queens until everyone has become a little tyrant, crowned by the state. That's the model we've been living under, isn't it? Where cunning men haggle for the best price, selling out principles and people alike. But that's not me. The democracy I believe in is where a leader emerged from the people, willed almost into being, brought forth by the great sweetness of the virtue of the combined wisdom of the good people of this republic. That's what leadership should be. But what have we gotten? A democracy bought and sold for in scorched marketplace of greed, with Trump as its ultimate salesman. Let's not mince words here. Donald Trump didn't create the rot in our democracy. He exploited it. He found the cracks in our foundation and pried them wide open. And the media, the so-called Fourth Estate, they handed him the tools. They gave him the airtime, the headlines, the platform. They fanned the flames of his chaos because it sold ad space. Because it boosted ratings. Because it made them money. And now, as we stand on the precipice of this second Trump era, what do they say? Oh, we couldn't have known. We were just reporting the news. Spare me. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew what they were creating, and now they feign surprise as Frankenstein's monster storms back into the castle. But let me make something clear. Trump's return isn't just a failure of the media, or the Republicans, or the Democrats. It's a failure of us all. Every time we chose comfort over confrontation, every time we let lies go unchallenged, every time we said, oh, it's not my problem, we paved the way for this. And let me tell you, I know what the right thinks of me. To them, I'm the embodiment of everything they hate. A young, progressive media voice with the audacity to say what they refuse to hear. A thorn in their side, a reflection of the truths they'd rather ignore. But here's the kicker. They created me. Their lies, the propaganda, the betrayal of democracy gave birth to people like me, and they can't stand it because we're here to fight back. And let's talk about the man himself, Donald Trump, the self-proclaimed champion of the forgotten man, the outsider who promised to drain the swamp, but instead turned it into his personal cesspool, the man who wears his greed, his corruption, his narcissism as if they were badges of honor. He's not a leader, he's a spectacle. A reality TV star turned political arsonist, and yet millions see him as their savior. Why? Because he tells them what they want to hear, no matter how absurd, no false, or how destructive. And for those of you who still cling to the idea that Trump is some kind of messianic figure, let me ask you this. If Trump is the savior of democracy, then why does he spend so much time trying to dismantle it? Why does he attack the free press, undermine elections, and also incite violence? Why does he fear accountability? Because the truth is, Trump doesn't love America. He loves himself, and he's willing to destroy this country to protect his own ego. Now let's bring it back to you, the audience, because this isn't just about Trump. It's about what we're willing to accept. It's about the compromises we make, the lies we tolerate, and the injustices we ignore. It's about the soul of this nation. Don't we long sometimes for something clean, once in this polluted land? Something not grubby with compromise, but something clean and true and refreshing. Something we can all be proud of and pure. That's the America I want to see. Not the America of Donald Trump's dystopian fantasies, but an America where truth matters, where justice is real and democracy is more than just a transaction. But we're not going to get there by waiting for someone else to fix it. We have to fight for it. We have to demand it. We have to demand it now, because if we don't, Trump's America becomes our permanent reality. And to those who think I'm being dramatic, let me leave you with this. Democracy doesn't die in a fiery explosion. It dies in silence. It dies when good people do nothing. It dies when we accept the unacceptable. So ask yourself, what are you willing to do about it and keep it alive? This is our moment. This is our fight. And we can't afford to lose, because if Trump's return teaches us anything, it's that democracy is fragile. It's not guaranteed. And it's up to us to protect it. So here's the deal. Democracy doesn't protect itself, and neither does independent media. Big networks won't say it, but we're doing their job. Unfiltered, raw, and right here on this channel. Subscribing isn't just clicking a button. It's an act of rebellion. A middle finger to the lies, the propaganda, and the noise. So if you're tired of shouting into the void alone, join us. Be part of the revolution, one subscriber at a time. Together we'll hit 1,000 subscribers and we'll prove that people-powered media is here to stay. So subscribe now, your future self will thank you. Stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay in the fight.